So am I part of two generations? Like, do you see what I'm saying here? Hi guys, Lucy K here and welcome back to my channel. It has been a hot second and I'm so sorry about that. Before we get started with today's video, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, comment about what you think of this video. Are you part of the generations that we're going to be talking about today? Or how was your day? How are you? How are you doing? Are you okay? Are you good? Comment about it. Okay, so we're going to be talking about something that has really grinded my gears for the past a long time, like 3 months really, and it has me confused, personal identity crisis, and kind of not like identity crisis, let me rephrase that, kind of like a generation crisis. And I found this word that changed it all for me. It is the word Zillennial. I personally was born right smack dab in the middle of the 90s, and it was good time. I would say it was a good time. I grew up with Blue's Clues with Steve, Barney. I grew up with, actually I still have somewhere in the attic, I think my mom saved like this Barney banjo where it's like literally a Barney banjo. You put your hand in it and then it like plays his song and you have to like press a button. It's like so cool. It was the when I was growing up, and now I'm like, what the heck is going on between millennials and Gen Z? Maybe the animosity has calmed down a little bit, which that's awesome. I'm hoping, namaste, peace to all, everyone. But like, listen, there's no reason to be so uptight about, I guess, generations and like why were these two generations fighting, right? At least on social media. Okay, I saw it on Instagram Reels, TikTok. Then I had to turn my phone off. Relax, just calm down. Like, everybody's cool in their own way. No generation is the same. I mean, can you imagine all of us being the same? Like, that might as well be robots then. AI, how are you? The point is, I didn't know where I fit in. I could relate to some of the things that millennials were saying, and not growing up with internet, still using pen and paper and packets in school, the early days of texting. I personally did not get a phone until I graduated high school, back almost 10 years ago now. But I remember like my classmates would come in with their like Nokia phones and their razors, like the razor phones. Oh my goodness, the pink razor was like, I've always wanted a pink razor. I always wanted a pink razor. That's the thing. And I never got one, but that's okay. That is totally fine. I'm digressing. Let's move back. Who am I? I was kind of confused. I was conflicted. I didn't like literally being smack dab in the middle of two warring generations on social media. That was not my cup of tea. I like everyone to get along. Let's talk about what we disagree with, but nope. That's not what people were doing. Let's get into it. According to my trusty sidekick Google, millennials were born between the years 1981 and 1996. So technically that would make me a baby millennial. Like literally the end of the millennial stage, okay? Gen Z, again, according to Google, you can take it for what you will. Gen Z was born from the mid to late 1990s as starting birth years, and then ends with the early 2010 cutoff. Generation Z was born between 1995 and 2012, but the cutoff for millennials is 1996. So am I part of two generations? Like, do you see what I'm saying here? This is the conflict. For millennials is 96, but the starting point for Gen Z is 1995. What is going on? In 2019, the oldest millennials turned 40, which means that they have been part of adult life for a while. I don't want to say that I haven't been part of adult life. Like, I know I have had a big girl job, paid rent, and lived on my own. I guess. I mean, it's adulting. What do you want me to say? I'm grown up now. But I'm on like the young adult side. I don't feel like I can say, yes, I'm a fully matured adult and blah, 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 blah. No. I think still figuring it out here. And if you are too, that's cool. We all are, really. A Refinery 29 article published in the UK. It says, Zillennials. I still can't believe that there's an actual word for that. Zillennials are classified as a microgeneration of people born between 1993 and 1998. Urban Dictionary defines Zillennials as too young to relate to the core of millennials, but too old to relate to the core of Generation Z. They were 2000s kids and transitioned from teenagers to adults during the 2010s. That's me. That is me. I can't begin to describe how accurate that is or how validated that makes me feel. I mean, not to burst this bubble, but I do remember 9/11. I do remember, it's kind of hazy, but I was in kindergarten. And then, you know, presidential elections. I remember certain like elections because they were such a big deal as I was growing up. Graduating almost 10 years ago, literally almost 10 years ago. It was a weird time. It was a very weird time. I grew up in the time with low-rise jeans and those little butterfly clips and those scrunchies that are coming back into style, or that are in style now. I remember those the first time around with the big baggy jeans that are like the mom jeans, but the actual big baggy jeans, bright colors with jackets and like weird patterns that didn't really know what was going on with themselves. It's just so weird. I'm smack dab in the middle. So anyway, I just wanted to come on here and let you know that if you're a person that was born between those years that I forgot, hang on, between 1993 and 1998, you are not alone. We are a very confused microgeneration. I relate to both sides of the arguments of millennials and Gen Z. I think that Zillennials could be like the peacemakers, you know what I'm saying? Each generation has its flaws, but it also has great attributes. I don't think that we should go at each other's throats. You know, people of different ages bring different things to different tables, and that's like really, really cool. We should continue to grow in this direction and not look back and be like, well, you know, the good old days back in 1996. Cool. I mean, if that was your prime and like you love 96, that's cool. That 100%. I was like 1 year old. But like going forward, growth, development, you know, progression of becoming a better person and human being. That's always a good thing. I just wanted to talk about that a little bit, see where you guys landed, and if you landed somewhere in the middle like me, fantastic. If you completely disagree with me, I'd love to hear it. If you completely agree with me, I'd love to hear it. Just let's start a discussion. Let's start, you know, discussing, not arguing, because I just can't stand that. But like, let's be mature about this, right? And come to some sort of conclusion possibly. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and also follow me on Instagram at LucyAnnaK. That would be greatly appreciated. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye.